So, I think you really have to be intentional in that aspect, and
Hey,
you
by the way, since you brought that up, is this in the counseling center? Is this a common theme that comes up?
absolutely with our society, with our economy, and everything that's going on in our world right now. Yes, everybody
Wow,
is busy.
wow.
You've got got both people working. You've got children. You've got a lot of things going on. So yes, you're going to have to be intentional. And then the next thing,
Okay,
desire follows connection.
all right,
So
all right.
once we've been intentional, we've nurtured the desire. Now this follows connection, and connection is so very, very important.
So what I hear you saying is desire follows emotional intimacy and connection, not the other way around.
Right.
Okay, okay, I got you. So whereas, and we're using generalizations with men and women, whereas a man may feel like, hey, I need intimacy so I can connect. Women, generally speaking, are more like, I need connection
Yes.
before intimacy,
That's exactly right.
which is a lesson I learned 40 years ago. Nobody explained that to me. It was an interesting lesson.
Well, just think about it. If we're on the same page, we're connected. We can be vulnerable. We can be just feeling each other. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do see what you're saying.
And anything can happen then.
Okay.
You thrive there.
So you talk about a couple who feels emotionally distant, and this is what we just got through talking about, may not experience much spontaneous desire, but once they spend time intentionally reconnecting, attraction and passion often follow.
Oh yes, it will.
Okay. What's the next thing you talk about, Teresa?
So intentionality combats, I guess, the routine.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
And so you don't go through that stage of, I guess, just
Autopilot living.
Yeah,
I've
there
heard you
you
use.
go.
I've heard you use
Yes,
that term.
autopilot,
I'll be listening to
mundane.
what you be saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Autopilot living. Okay, so when you're mindful of creating moments of fun, flirting, novelty, curiosity, you breathe life into a relationship that may otherwise feel stale. Now, when you talk about getting out of doing the mundane, we aren't suggesting you don't need to pack up and go to Tahiti, although I'm not against going to Tahiti or Fiji. Fiji is actually one of the places I want to go. I'm not against that, but you can schedule little, not spend a lot of money things.
Yeah.
And also you can't afford to schedule out a huge trip every time you want to connect, because hopefully the intimacy, you want that more often than the every quarter or once a year trip that you take.
Absolutely. And you can be something as small as just dressing up for each other, doing something different, simply being more mindful and present with each other, sitting on the couch, just being together.
Okay, now
It can be just that small.
let me make sure. So we don't often talk about what each of us is going to say. So
Right.
some of this is like I'm actually learning when I'm sitting here with you.
Okay.
So when you say dressing up, I'm not. Are you talking about sexy little nighties during intimacy, or are you talking about dressing up? What are you saying?
But it could be that. It could be sexy, a sexy out negligee type thing. It could be that. It could also be, we're going to be intentional tonight for dinner, so we're going to dress up.
You know how I hate
put, and we're going to put, have candles and really be formal with our dinner tonight. Something different. Just you're stirring it up. The routine.
Okay,
The mundane.
so this is interesting. I guess I never put this together, so I know like
Going on a picnic could be that as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the house. It could be out, something that's just totally different. You're stirring up the pot.
I know that you in particular, you love dressing up for dinner.
I do.
If I can't wear this that I'm wearing, I typically don't want to go. So those are just the differences. But me knowing that it's important to you, me knowing that it's crucial for connection, I need to be sacrificial in how I treat that because it's important to you.
Absolutely.
You don't have to come
It's
on the show to
giving.
tell me that. You could like written a note or something. Okay, I see. All right. So let's talk about faith and desire. In a faith-based context, intentional desire reflects love as a choice, not just a feeling. What are you saying? What are you saying, Teresa?
So, we are called to love and to pursue one another with a purpose and grace and modeling Christ's intentional pursuit of us. That's what this thing is about,
Okay. So in marriage, desire becomes an expression of covenantal love, intentionally choosing one another over and over again, even when life makes it inconvenient or difficult.
So, yes, just us being human, we're not going to always want to do certain things. Just like you say, you make the choice to do things, and, you carry that out.
So desire may begin spontaneously, but my favorite word. So I don't know if we've talked about this. I have a favorite word, and I think it's appropriate to put it in here.
Okay.
My favorite word is intentional.
Yes, you have that on behind you in your desk.
Exactly, that's my favorite word. It was my word of the year last year, and it's actually been the word of my entire life.
So
really.
How did you come up with that, and why did you come up with that at that time?
That's funny. Other people said that to me. I didn't really notice, but people said to me, "Jim, you're awful intentional," and different people.
Okay.
People I didn't know that we get to spend time around each other. Jim, you're awful intentional.
Okay.
And so after hearing that, I started examining myself, and I came up with, wow, I guess I never really thought about it, but I am really intentional. Like when we were dating.
Right. I think you have always been intentional.
Yeah,
I've never really used the word for that, but definitely that's exactly what it is.
Okay, so this should fit right in my what's that term? Right in my bag, right in my
I don't know, your box?
yeah. This should fit very well for me because I am normally intentional, but I'm learning as we're walking through this topic. You're sharing some interesting things. So emotional intimacy and physical connection are deeply intertwined. Why do you say that?
While emotional intimacy and physical connection can exist independently, they reach their fullest depth when they are both in harmony together. They do better together.
Gotcha. Okay, so emotional closeness creates safety and trust, while physical affection and connection reinforces that bond.
Yes, absolutely. Think about that.
Yeah, that's powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. Okay, then Teresa, you talk about emotional safety fuels physical desire. Okay, explain. Keep going.
Well, let me just say this. When someone feels emotionally safe, when they feel heard, when they feel valued, they're more likely to let down their guard. We have guards, and that leans into the physical connection. We have guardrails around us in different areas, but if we can get that feeling of safety, then those guards, those walls, they come down, and you can make that connection even better.
So you talk about a spouse who feels constantly. Well, I mean, I hope this isn't happening. Although I know it does happen. I know it does happen. But a spouse who feels constantly criticized. Wow, that's deep.
I've heard that.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Keep going.
Okay.